6 a.m. and the jarring sound of the alarm goes off. I sleepily fumble out of bed to force my sleep-deprived body to perform the routine tasks. Staring into the mirror, I'm reminded of the mundane day ahead. No sooner I rush out, unable to bear the honking of my cab driver. After a long, bumpy ride, I end up in office. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Office is filled with people who are all entangled in their self-created web of frustrations and regrets. Commitments, targets, and deadlines, aptly summarized the day at work. I headed home that night completely frustrated. As I sat contemplating over the day's events, I noticed an old photograph of mine. I was all of 11, young and cheerful. When I was a child, I would race down the stairs every morning to pounce in the newspaper. Little did I care about news or politics. All I was interested was if a political party had declared a ban. If so, school was out and time was right to indulge in simple, mindless fun. Little things that brought a whole lot of joy. Today, things seem different. Happiness, a distant dream. Trying to define happiness is like a dog chasing his own tail. In the sense that he's always chasing it, but never really gets hold of it. In pursuit of our goals, we often forget the true meaning of happiness. Few months back, I met one of my cousins at a wedding. He was in high spirits. Apparently, the Bacardi had brought out the philosopher in him. He told me, all your life you keep chasing things. When you achieve them, you'll find something else to chase. If not, you'll regret not having chased it. In spite of his intoxicated state, he spoke sense. In larger context of life, all these trivial pursuits just didn't matter. What if I didn't meet the project deadlines? What if things went terribly wrong? Life would still go on. That is when I decided to make amends. Gradually, I started changing my perspective towards life. Like a hazy mist which disappears when the first rays of sunlight fall upon it, I have changed my outlook towards everything. I wake up to the same jarring sounds of the alarm, but now I'm filled with energy. Whenever I get into my cab, I fulfill my childhood desire to drive around in a Formula One race car. The exhilarating drive as I cling on to my life at 100 kilometers per hour is actually quite fun. Sometimes when the speedometer hits the 140 mark, I desperately pray to God, begging Him not to end my life. I'm too young to go like this, I frantically pray. My fear though is short-lived as I'm dropped off in one piece. After this rejuvenating ride, I enter office. My office is like a kaleidoscope of people. Last week, I was comfortably leaning against my colleague's cubicle and listening to him drone on about something I can't even remember. It was 2:30 in the afternoon and my energy levels hit rock bottom. As luck would have it, I started drifting into my mid-afternoon siesta. The next moment, I was like Aneesh in Wonderland, chasing butterflies, floating on thin air. When I was snapped away by a huge roar of laughter, only to find my entire team standing beside me. They were behaving like children in an amusement park. They were all happy. This validates my belief that deep down, we all have an innate desire to be happy. Maybe we're all just content, waiting for happiness to come to us, but in reality, it surrounds us. When was the last time you got drenched in rain just for fun? When was the last time you had an ice cream without thinking about the calories? When was the last time you danced like no one's watching? When was the last time you were truly happy? 3 days back, I went trekking in Coorg. It was around 6 in the evening when we reached the summit. It had begun to drizzle lightly. I sat on the lush green grass, looking at the crimson sunset amidst the serene beauty of nature. A gentle breeze blew across my face as my friend muttered, "Dude, we're in heaven." As I stood on top of the hill, I for once understood the true meaning of happiness. It's all about living and enjoying the moment. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take a breath away. Cherish each moment, for it will never come back again. This was